Your teacher today is Dr. Bosa Science. Dr. Bosa is a teacher at the Science Foundation College, the best school that teaches sciences. Our website is digitalteachers.co.ug. Here you find notes, exams, and their marking guides. Our YouTube channel is Digital Teachers Uganda. Here you find videos for physics, chemistry, biology, PLE, and so on. The best secondary school is the Science Foundation College, plus 256 753 80 27 09. The best primary school is Local of Ages Primary School, plus 256 772 84 91 06. Today, 5th November 2020, we are going to revise essay questions in movement and support, A-level biology. Number A, what problems of support and locomotion do terrestrial animals face? 1. Terrestrial animals face a problem of lifting their bodies against the force of gravity. 2. Terrestrial animals face a problem of propelling their bodies above the ground, because all the time gravity is pulling the body to the ground. 3. Terrestrial animals have a problem of keeping stable above the ground. And 4. Terrestrial animals have a problem of overcoming wind resistance during motion. B1. How is support achieved in woody plants? The walls of the xylem and truncates are thickened by lignin, which hardens them and gives them tensile strength. The xylems are arranged in a circle around the stem to provide even support. In roots, the xylems are centrally distributed to provide support. 4. Secondary thickening provide more support to the xylem. B. Part 2. Describe the changes that take place in a cell that eventually develops into a xylem vessel element. The cells to become xylem elements undergo irreversible elongation and expansion. The cellulose wall become impregnated with lignin, making them impermeable to water and food. The cell content die and end walls break down, leaving a continuous tube. The lignified walls become perforated with numerous tubes where lignin is not deposited. 2A. Describe structural adaptations in birds which have enabled them to have successful aerial life. 1. They have streamlined body shape that reduces air resistance. B. Have strong flight muscles. 3. Most bones in the birds are fused to reduce flexibility. 4. Hollow bones reduce weight. 5. Toothless beak reduce weight. 5. Feathers provide insulation. 6. Feathers increase surface area of wings to generate flight force. 7. Scales on leg reduce water loss. 8. Eyes have sharp eyesight to see food and dodge predators. 2b. How does flight in birds differ to that in insects? So differences between the flight in birds and insects. Birds use direct muscles, insects use indirect muscles. Birds, the rate of beating of wing is low. In insects, the rate of beating of wing is high. Birds' muscles are attached to endoskeleton. In insects, muscles are attached to exoskeleton. In birds, oxygen to the wing is supplied by blood. In insects, oxygen to the wing is supplied by tracheal system. In birds, flight muscles have got myoglobin. In insects, flight muscles lack myoglobin. In birds, turbulence is prevented by bastard wing. In insects, turbulence is prevented by heart tears. 3a. Give an outline of classification of muscular tissue. We have skeletal muscles or striated muscles attached to the skeleton. We have cardiac muscles in the heart. We have smooth muscles in internal organs. Part B. Describe the structures of phloem and the cardiac muscle. When you look at the phloem, it is a vascular conducting tissue whose structure is composed of the sieve tube, phloem, parenchyma, and the companion cell. The sieve tubes are living, elongated tubular cells connected end to end with end walls perforated to form sieve pores. Most of the sieve tube cell organelles are degenerated, leaving cytoplasmic filaments running from cell to cell through sieve pores. The companion cells are living, elongated with thin walls, prominent nucleus, and dense cytoplasm, lying close to sieve elements. Phloem, parenchyma, and scleromatous fibers lay in close association with sieve and companion cell to provide support. The cardiac muscle is made of a network of branched muscle fibers in the walls of the heart. The fibers are short, cylindrical, branching, separated by loose connective tissues rich in blood. The fibers are joined end to end and are interconnected by oblique bridges to form zigzag junctions called intercalated discs. C. Explain how the structures of phloem and the cardiac muscles are related to their functions. Adaptation of phloem. Like most organelles, to provide room for transport. 2. Plasmodesmata of end walls are widened to form sieve pores to reduce resistance to transport. 3. Companion cells are metabolically active to provide needs for sieve tubes. 4. Phloem, parenchyma, and scleromatous fibers provide support to sieve elements. 5. Sieve pores provide continuous connection between the sieve elements. Adaptations of cardiac muscles. Intercalated discs enables rapid transmission of impulses across the muscle fiber. The heart muscles are well supplied with blood to supply nutrients and oxygen and remove wastes. The fibers have ability to contract without fatigue. The fibers have actin and myosin for contraction. Interconnected fibers allow the heart to contract as a unit. 4. Discuss how the structure and function are related in each of the following tissues. A. Voluntary muscles are made of numerous contractile units or muscle fibers to provide strong force of contraction. B. Are well supplied with blood capillaries to provide oxygen and nutrients and to remove wastes. Each fiber is supplied with a nerve fiber to allow effective control. Muscle fibers contain mitochondria to supply energy, contain myoglobin to store oxygen. Voluntary muscles can respire both aerobically and anaerobically. In each case, they can still carry out their functions. B. Parenchyma tissue in plant. Parenchyma tissue form an aggregate of living oval cells that form background tissue. Adaptation contain chloroplast to trap light for photosynthesis, have cellulose walls that allow passage of water for transport. Inelastic cellulose wall provide support when parenchyma cells are tagged, contain big air spaces to allow gaseous exchange and provide buoyancy in floating leaves. Parenchyma tissue contains storage granules to store starch. Number 5A. How does a skeletal muscle differ from a smooth muscle? Skeletal muscle is straighted, smooth muscle is not straighted. Skeletal muscle fatigue easily, smooth muscle does not fatigue easily. Skeletal muscle is under voluntary control of the brain. Smooth muscle is not under voluntary control of the brain. Skeletal muscle is attached to the bone. Smooth muscles are in the visceral organ or internal organ. Skeletal muscle contract rapidly. Smooth muscle contract slowly. Skeletal muscle has cells that are short and thick. Smooth muscle has muscle cells that are thin and long. Describe the process of muscle contraction. It is initiated by arrival of impulses at the neuromuscular junction. This causes influx of calcium ions into presynaptic knob from synaptic cleft. Calcium ions cause synaptic vesicles to release acetylcholine. Acetylcholine causes depolarization of muscle, and impulse generated thereof is transmitted via T-tubes through sarcoplasm. Calcium ions are released from sarcoplasmic reticulum and initiate contraction by binding to troponin. Troponin shifts from actin binding site, allowing myosin heads to get attached to these sites, causing the myosin fibers to slide into the actin fiber, leading to contraction of muscles. Relaxation of muscle. After the action potential, acetylcholinesterase break down acetylcholine. Sarcolemma and T-tubes repolarize. Calcium gates are closed. Calcium is pumped out of the cytoplasm and off troponin. Troponin regains its normal shape and actin binding sites are covered, leading to myosin filaments to slide passively out of the actin filament, leading to relaxation of muscles. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Find related videos on YouTube channel Digital Teachers Uganda, or on website digitalteachers.co.ug. I kindly beg you to subscribe. Subscription is free because this promotes my videos. The best secondary school is the Science Foundation College, plus 256 753 80 27 09. The best primary school is Local Ages Primary School, plus 256 772 84 91 06.